on the beat.
On the beat. Welcome to On the Beat podcast. My name is Brent Balfour. We welcome Alexia Desiree. I'm going to say Brent, but Michael, and Brandon.
Listen.
What's up?
Hey, cool.
If you like that, but
Tell me what y'all did for the past week.
Good.
finals. All finals. My last final was, I think, yesterday, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, I didn't do bad, but I didn't do good neither, so, I mean, I passed.
Alexia, I went and checked your principal the other day. I see she come out from vacation. You liking yourself now?
Thank God. I mean, I hardly hearing from her, but I'm happy that she on the school compound. It does make a difference.
Oh,
but
really?
Brent, this is like the first time all five of us here. You need to signal out the fifth person.
I was reaching there.
Finals taking a little bit too long.
I was reaching there, right?
Taking a little bit too long.
And this is her first podcast. What's up, Desiree? I'm loving the two flats in the front of you.
Thanks. Did it myself. I'm good. What I did this week, work and nothing mixed together, if that makes any sense at all. Yeah. Chat with some of my friends. They cool as far as I know.
So wait. So is link up with your friends? That is not Alexia like. You know.
Only two of them.
Yeah.
There's only two. I just only call two of them pretty often.
Alright,
They just call me. I did.
All right.
Everybody else at his meeting's cool.
Well, guys, we want to talk about human trafficking today. And last month, it hit home to us where the police uprooted a human trafficking ring and they rescued 26 people, including some 16-year-olds, right? And that happened actually a week after one of my family members were kidnapped to be part of that human trafficking ring. And it is a real thing for young people and it's a traumatic thing for young people because think about you being snatched away from your life per se, and you are being treated as slaves and ordered to do certain things that you are not comfortable doing and they don't want to do. And also, according to sources, the human trafficking is not like it's going to stay in the same country, but you are getting shipped away, right? And there are methods that the human trafficking have developed. And here is one of the unique methods that I want to bring across to you all. I said it in my last month's newsletter, and one of it is schools, right? So here what they say. To potentially identify and intercept vulnerable students. And they would use like the peer-to-peer recruitments may take place in schools. This is when traffickers coerce or force their victims into recruiting their peers with promises of more payments, better status, or less abuse. So in another sense, they are saying that traffickers are using certain young people that they have captured already or they have under their arms, right, to go to school and to become your friend and actually to bring you to a place where they could actually snatch you. What do you all think about that?
I mean, to me, it's a kind of scary situation because now it kind of begging the question, who you could trust. Because
That's right.
I believe that's everything that is based on trust. If it's a friend, then of course, if they're feeling unsafe or if they say, hey, watch now, walk with me to this place now, I'm not feeling 200 about walking by myself. You're going to do it. It's a given you're going to do it, unless if you can, you don't want to do it. But like I bring it back, it's really about trust. And unfortunately, with some of these cases here, um, it, I mean, sorry, Brent, but it's happened to many people already. I don't know if it's happened to your family member. I don't think so, but I mean, it is what it is. And once that trust break, you're gone.
No coming back.
No coming back.
Alexia, what do you think if one of your friends turn to be like somebody who working for the
I'm
what going through your
sorry.
mind? What going through your mind?
Nobody could ever. No one could ever tie me up like that. If I really can't imagine myself like that because I'm so strong-minded and strong-willed that if I end up and ask, they might want to carry me back. I don't know because that no, I sorry that just and the thing is when I was younger, my parents used to say the same thing and don't trust nobody. You can't be trusting everybody like that because they just be bringing people who is around your age and having them talk to you all nice and you just had to they just be carrying you and kidnapping you and you just can't find you back. I don't know. I really can't see myself like that because I have this thing about me for some reason. Once myself say this is not the person to trust, I just never tell that person anything. I just never give that person as much time of day that I would other people. So I really, really can't see it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I know this is a sensitive topic and I
Yeah,
probably sound it insensitive,
yeah.
but I, could never be me.
Desiree,
Uh,
let me hear Desiree, Michael. Desiree, you are similar age to my cousin who got kidnapped and also to those the police have found. So what's your take on your age group that hey, things are really tough out there on who to trust?
I mean, it really is, truth be told, and similar to Brandon, it is a scary situation. Like, you can imagine your friend pulling you up in a rope, like, yo, I set you up. And what Brandon said was true. If once trust is broken, you ain't going back there at all, at all, at all. And I guess similar to Alexia is like discernment in a sense. You would have a feeling who not to trust, who to be sketchy with. Even if it's your friend, you should have like this feeling when it comes to ask you to do something as different or something. You should have a feeling like, hey, this don't feel right.
Yeah.
But in reality, it is scary, and I've heard this more times than I could forget. That how times long time is different how it is now. You can't leave your house and your door open like how they say it was before. You always have to be on cautious, be on alert. I think especially for like women and girls because I think we're targeted in a sense. I don't know how that works, but yeah.
But in today's society now, they're targeting even fellas too. Yeah, understand. Yeah. But more so young women. So you are right. Mikhail, what's your take on it?
uh, Technically, I've grown up in a long time way and a lot of long time saying like friend is scary and don't bring it back. So mentally that stuck in my head throughout my childhood, even up to this day. But it is as scarce because the friends that well the one that are captured that is being used to capture others could most likely attack you when you're most vulnerable. Like for instance, if you have a family member that passed away and they realize that you're sad, that is when they tend to react to put you in the net to basically bag you up and go with you,
Yeah.
which is
Show
such
no
a sad thing.
emotions.
Yeah.
You
Really
have no
sure.
issues.
Right, because if you show that you are vulnerable, that what they is actually look for. And even in social media, because it extended to social media, it's extended to popular meeting places like the malls and so on. They look for you to be vulnerable, or you're looking sad, or you're looking alone, or you accepting their advances or their tactics, right? And it's hard to, sometimes people would say, talk about it, talk about the situation. You understand? Yeah. Don't bottle it up inside and them kind of stuff. But these type of issues, human traffickers look for, okay, you're going to talk about it? Okay, come and talk about it. Come, let me be your friend. And I would comfort you, right? And it actually would go sideways. So social media, do you guys actually talk to strangers on social media? I don't.
In a way, yeah, because there's a lot of online gaming, and this is where we interact with strangers, I would say. And this is where it start doing online gaming, because I used to play this game called IMVU. That is like probably one of the number one most rated virtual games to play. Well,
Like Alexia display that too, boy.
I still have an account though, just saying. But it's like where you can dress this anime and show your personality. And there's actually a lot of Trinidadians that plays it from a wide range of age bracket. And I believe it all starts from online. Because it takes one to have the guts to go out to speak to someone in person first.
When you mean online, like what? Is WhatsApp included? Because
Yes, WhatsApp included, because WhatsApp is social media.
okay. I think that's like some debate or something, whether or not WhatsApp is social media or not, whatever. Yes and no. If I okay, I don't save people number just so. So if I see a random number, I would check you out and see where I know you're from, and I would ask you who it is. But typically, no, I don't. I have made friends with strangers before. Seems to go all right so far. Nothing too sketchy to be worried about. But typically, no, I don't.
All right. All right. Brandon, you ever talk to somebody online that you don't know?
I mean, I kind of lean towards what I just said, yes and no. If I see somebody in my like Instagram DMs, then I'm not gonna like sorry, I'm almost joke. I'm not gonna bypass it just to just so. I'm gonna check out the page. I'm gonna say
Your Instagram, is it public or is it private?
no, it's public.
Well, you see, so simple things like that. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I should really change it to private, but anyways, that's besides the point. I wouldn't just go in my request and see like if I have 6 people who I answer and I'm not going to answer. No, I'm going to check you out first. I'm going to see what is person into. If the page have a little bit of followers and if I want to pictures of this quote unquote attractive lady or attractive male or whatever, then I know it's a fake account and it's dangerous. So obviously I'm not going to answer it. But if it's talking about like WhatsApp numbers and stuff, yeah, very blunt and to the point. I want to know who he is, where you know me from, how you get my number, who gave you my number if you get it from somebody, and so on and so forth.
They even come out in other ways like online job, because I recently got my account hacked, which is kind of off topic, but the information that they wanted like where I live, my current location and all this stuff. But I got through with the job, but it was like a scam as well. But I also didn't give them a location and all these suspicious information that they wanted and thought was necessarily. I didn't give them that, and a few days later my account get hacked. But you know me, working at somebody like Brent, who's a technician, I can't really get full access to my stuff.
Yeah, true. And the reason why I asked Brandon if his account is public, because one of our young person that I know a Pakistani messenger, and was interested in her, a Pakistani, and I was like, just teasing her and saying, hey, from Pakistan and them kind of stuff. If they go in Pakistan to meet the person that, that's teasing them. But the fact is that anybody across the world, once it turned public, could check out your pictures and know who you are and see if they could catch on. And Alexia, you public or you private?
I private, but I nice, so I just accept all my things. I just accept. I just reply messages. I don't know, like I nice and I ship it too because whew, I don't know. I should know better. I just reply the messages. I be like, and I talk to them normal in oh, you good? Yeah, you good? Cool. I good too. How you? Thing.
And Alexa,
But
don't
some
trust
of
people,
them,
so imagine.
It's like a
but I don't
conflict of
know.
interest there,
It really is because I weird in a. I
You
very
can tell.
weird. There's a little bit of everything within Alexia. You get a little bit of a lot. So some people this message and are thinking it's a normal conversation, but then they do some kind of inappropriate things that have me really thinking, is you mad? What I look like? Who I look like? So I feel this social media thing is weird and similar to what Brandon. Well, before I reach Brandon, there's Ria saying she never had a conversation that went sideways. Must be nice. I wish I could be like you. And Brandon was saying that if somebody gets his number, he just asks a whole bunch of questions. I just do the same thing. And people just come back telling me some kind of weird thing. Well, SpongeBob, give me a number. I say, who is SpongeBob? Well, that's the boy nickname. I don't know the boy full. What is the boy full name? Don't tell me about SpongeBob giving my number. What is the boy full?
From the time I started here, once it started, like, I wouldn't say the actual way, but when it started here, once it started crap, that is it, black and delete. It don't make sense keeping you around. You're on games. I don't want to be on games.
I no time for a lot of. Correct. You can't tell me about SpongeBob.
And now conversation. I went sideways. I don't know. They keep continuously calling me like, what you want? And then he asked for something, and I was like, no thanks. I block him. I save his number just to check him out on WhatsApp, what kind of thing. I was like, who is this?
Yeah, he called you and you didn't know what he wants. You fully well know that there's be calling you, and then when you open the phone, you see inappropriate bits.
Nah, I didn't see anything inappropriate, but I was like,
must be nice. I want to be like you.
Hey, to wrap up this conversation. Now we talk as though we talk on our own view, right? Meaning that we thinking about, yes, we could protect ourselves, we could stay away from this, we could stay away from that. But how about your friends, your family? How about those who you associate with? They could be vulnerable. How are you going to reach out to them, or how are you going to help them be aware of human trafficking approaches?
The most you could do is talk to them and hope and trust and believe that they do listen to you and take into consideration what you say, because other than that, the most you could do is pray as well. And it's like a living scarce, it's like you're living in a frightening way, because me, somebody who has a younger sibling, a sister for say, she is going to school on her own, which is very hard. Most of the times, sometimes my mother might be at work, dad at work, I at work, my next brother might be working somewhere as well, and she had to be traveling on her own. And then taxi drivers as well, you can't really trust as well. Sometimes you can't even trust your own family, because they could
be sprangers as well.
Yeah. So, like, live, hope, and pray.
Live, hope, and pray.
Yeah.
Let's hope and pray. Dot. Brandon.
Oh gosh, Brand, I want to talk.
All right,
Brandon will
Alex.
wait.
Yeah, Brandon.
Right.
Hard luck there. Stay quiet.
It really is scary when you have a younger sibling, specifically a sister, And you see, my sister got a phone at an age that I never got a phone. And it wasn't just a phone, it was a touch screen phone. When I was that age, I had a Me Too. So when I see she with this phone now, my thoughts just be like, go through she phone. Go through she phone. She's sleeping, go through she phone. She not on it, go through it.
Says go through it.
Go through it, yeah.
All right.
Once the phone in the bedroom, I will be going through it.
But how
And
does that prevent her from being kidnapped?
okay, it's not prevention. But
It's
if I see
awareness.
something suspicious looking on it, my parents will prevent it. Is the beginning of a prevention. Because as my parents talk, that done cut off. That's the end of that. Because when I was that age, well, not really that age, but when I get my first touchscreen phone, I was talking to a whole bunch of people I didn't know. Could I get myself in a whole bunch of beams? Be tested, or they'll never know me. They'll never know Alex here.
So what if she grew up not trusting you because you technically went behind your back and went in her business?
How she
Or
know?
say,
She wake
well,
up.
obviously,
She
she
had a
parents would have
nightmare
to
and she wake
inform.
up.
She parents might
If I could,
inform her and take away her phone. So obviously, she would start asking questions.
But the
And she
thing
could say,
is,
well, she don't trust you and trust one of her friends who may be a spranger.
I know how that song. I know what you're trying to say, but she could never, never
I
distrust
just
me because
if I could
I
interject, right?
feel. Go ahead.
Sorry, Alex. If I could interject, I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to say it quick. It's better she be mad at me and she's still here than she never know that I do it and she's somewhere in like Colombia or somewhere else. I rather see
Okay.
my little sibling right in front of me. I could watch you. You could be vexed with me how much you want. When they get older, you'll realize, wait now, my big brother did really do this, or my big sister did really do this to keep me
Yeah.
safe.
Correct.
I rather that be the case. If you ain't talking to me for the rest of your life, well, suit that go ahead. By all means. At
I know
least you
you
have
are
at
that.
least you
like,
would live comfortable knowing that you're safe
Exactly.
from.
yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly.
beautifully said. It was. He said it great. Could not have said it
I
better
just had to
myself.
ask. I just had to ask because that is basically what goes on within today's life as well.
Probably similar to Alexia. Be like, I don't make joke when I talk about something. I mean, I have a smile on my face, but telling you that inside I'm serious because I care about you. Most likely with my younger cousins when they arrive. I may do the same thing and check out the phone. Well, maybe not to that extent, but but check out like do it in a kind of friendly manner so they could always like come back to me in a sense when they find something sketchy like hey this I would like encourage them maybe look up parents as well. I'll be like hey go check out any random numbers if you find a random number either block it or give it to me and let me check it out for you. I ain't going through that with you. That's probably what I would do. Even with some of my friends, I would do that as well.
All right. Well, yeah, what? Guys, I hope that human trafficking would stay far from us, far from our friends and family. And we should fight it. We should find a way to expose it. Don't turn your eye away from, like say, things that they may be knowledge about. And for the audience out there, I hope that you'll expose it as well. But here's the situation, what have happened overnight. Right now, Russia is attacking Ukraine, right? And young people are dying already. And the fact is, Ukraine is a nice city, is a really nice country, I should say. And unfortunately, the circumstances in the world powers is causing this to happen. And it seems like Russia don't want to let up as well. They're not bluffing. And what's your quick take on it before we wrap up this podcast?
In my humble opinion, the world leaders
Um,
had to get their underpants out of a twist and talk like actual people. Because the deaths of young people quite unnecessary. All they want to kill each other. What are they going to boxing ring and box it up now, please? I mean, come on. You don't have to go and start a whole war and start a throw bomb left, right, and center. It don't make sense. The deaths, in my opinion, I wouldn't say unnecessary, but it's tragic casualties, and yeah, they need to learn how to talk to people. They need to learn how to talk on the different.
Yeah, because this is a premeditated war. Desiree, what you had to say there?
it was actually on human trafficking because when I listened, I remembered a movie. I think it was a local movie too. Traffic. It showed like what actually happens in human trafficking, and there was like a story with like 3 people, and then they were human trafficked. They get treated all nice, all kind of thing, and then one of them ended up dying, one of them ran away, all kind of thing. And I'm spoiling out the movie. I'm sorry, but yeah. The Ukrainian thing, truth is, no death is necessary. So even if it's young people, if it's older folks, it really doesn't matter. And agreed with Brandon, people need to you need to grow up. Come now. Why are we fighting a war? First off, we're done dead and alright. You want to kill it more. Second off, people dying and it's a pandemic. Why don't you want to have a war in a pandemic? You want more people to die? If you want that, just say so. Say so. And then people will deal with you.
True. Alexia.
First off, the pandemic is a war. It is a war. It's just a silent war. Secondly, I don't agree with every death unnecessary, because everybody can live on the earth at the same time. The earth needs to. Right now we have half capacity, and the pandemic cutting it a little bit more, so we're going down as we should. I know it's sounding bad, insensitive, but the pandemic doing what it's supposed to do. I'm sorry, it is. According to the situation that's going on though, World War IV, because 3 was the pandemic. That was the silent war. Right now we're on 4. I'm sorry, but I don't know why they're making this into a thing. Why killing is a thing. Killing is actually necessary when you look at it, but at the same time, it's unnecessary. I don't see the reasoning behind it this time.
It depends on the situation.
Well, as far as what I know from the situation, Ukraine did nothing to Russia, so.
That's right. Ukraine did nothing to Russia, but we'll look at this topic in depth next week. And guys, it's come to the end of the podcast, so see you later. See you guys later, and audience, tune in next week for this new topic unfolding.
Thank you for listening to On The Beat Podcast. Feel free to share, follow, and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram. Stay blessed, everyone.